Hi, my name's Shola Kaye. I'm a public speaking coach based in London, and I have a business called Speak Up Like a Diva, and sometimes I call it Speak Up and Shine, especially when I'm working with corporates and with the fellas. Today, I want to talk about something that is very dear to my heart, which is the use of frameworks when public speaking. And I want to share a particular framework with you today that is great when you are sharing client stories or when you are perhaps describing a testimonial that you've been given. And it's also good for certain stories that you may tell your audience about yourself. Recently, I had a business owner come to me for a series of intensive sessions over 5 days. And one of the reasons that he came to me was because I talked about the use of frameworks. And frameworks are brilliant for people who sometimes just get stuck mid-thought because they're a bit off, put off by having an audience in front of them and they lose their train of thought. They're really also very good if you can be prone to rambling and you need something to keep you on track. And the framework I want to share with you today is probably one you've come across, but you may not have used it for this purpose. And it's called the STAR framework, STAR. S stands for situation, T stands for task, A stands for action, and R stands for the result. And the STAR framework is really very popular, especially when you're in the work situation, applying for opportunities, applying for jobs, and you need to share the competencies that you have in the context of a situation that took place. So, for example, you might say the situation was that our team had to finish creating a piece of software by midnight on a certain night. The task was that every single hand should be in the office working at this because we didn't have, we were understaffed, etc. You get the point. So that's the task. The action is what happened. Perhaps some of you had to get in extra early that morning and really put in a super long shift, and the result was hopefully that things worked out really well and the software was deployed and everyone was happy. Anyway, you can also use this framework not just to describe the competencies that you've shown in certain work situations, but it's also really good when you're sharing stories about client testimonials or just trying to impress your audience with tasks that you've completed or things that you've done in the past. And for example, I could share with you the story about the client I mentioned. The situation was I had this client. He lived overseas. He was looking for a public speaking coach to work with him over a very intensive period of time. The task was, once we connected and he asked me to do this work, I sat down, put together a program for him, and then worked with him to make sure that was exactly what he needed. The action was the running through this program in person, working with him every day, making sure that he didn't get too fatigued by doing so many intensive sessions, by making sure that the sessions were quite balanced and mixed with different activities. And the result was that he was very happy and went back to his country feeling like he was ready to ace the situations that in the past he had felt a little bit sort of nervous around. Now, obviously, if you're telling that story over a longer period of time, you can embellish it with more information about the characters, perhaps talking about what the particular challenges were when it comes to the situation and the task, and perhaps adding a bit of drama. We were supposed to get this software completed by midnight, and one of our key software developers became ill and had to go home early, so there was even more pressure on us. Could we succeed? You can add drama to it as well. There's no reason why it has to sound really dry like you're in a job interview, but it's a really great little framework that you can use for telling stories, as I say, both about your clients, about what you've done in the past, ways to impress people, to impress the audience, to influence them, win them over. It's a really, really useful framework for that, and it helps you to order your thoughts and gather them together and express your what happened in a way that's really clear and easy for people to understand. So I hope that makes sense. The STAR framework: situation, task, action, result. Use it next time you're doing a little bit of public speaking. Get it into your DNA, and good luck out there. And if you want to learn a bit more about frameworks from me, then I do have a module in a couple of my online courses. The module is called Impromptu Speaking, and it goes through 7 different frameworks that you can use in different situations. And one of the frameworks is that one, the STAR framework. So check out my 6-week speaking success or Get Clients with Speaking to find out more about those and how you can access that particular module. That's it from me. Take care, be a star, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye-bye.